It is a beautiful Monday morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show, coming to you from Carnival Radio. This is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Oyo this morning. I came with different newspapers. I have Punch with me. I have the Vanguard newspaper. I have the Le Post. I have the Nation newspaper and other newspapers. And of course, before we begin the news this morning, here are the headlines. From the Punch newspaper, marketers fear fuel price hike as Pengasan strike begins. 5,000 Uniben students faked exam ban over unpaid fees. Guard arrested in Rivers for sexually assaulting minor. No discussion yet on zoning in ADC, says Abdullahi. Recruitment. Nigerians no customs service over field CBT. And now to the news and details I read from the Punch newspaper, where Nigerians may face tougher days ahead as the nationwide strike declared by Petroleum Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, beginning from today, Monday, threatens to unleash a twin blow of soaring petrol prices and widespread electricity blackout. The union's directive to halt crude oil and gas supplies to the Dangote Petroleum Refinery has sent shockwaves through the energy sector, with oil marketers warning of severe disruptions in fuel distribution. This move is expected to choke the domestic market, driving up demand and prices. Compounding the crisis, power generation companies have announced a complete shutdown of all thermal plants, a direct fallout of the strike, with thermal stations producing more than 70% of Nigerian power supply. Development threatens to plunge the nation into darkness, crippling economic activities and plunging millions of households and businesses into deeper strain unless the federal government intervenes. On Sunday, Pengasan announced a nationwide strike, instructing all its members in various offices, companies, institutions, and agencies to cease all services starting at 12:01 a.m. on Monday, September 29, 2025. This news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. For more details, please visit the Punch newspaper. Marketers fear fuel price hike as Pengasan strike begins. Meanwhile, no fewer than 5,000 students of the University of Benin risk being barred from writing the second semester examination scheduled to commence on Monday for failing to pay their school charges. In a memo signed by the registrar of the institution, Mr. Ademola Bobola, the university announced a strict enforcement of its no payment of school charges, no examination policy, insisting that the paycheck reminders to defaulters had been ignored. He said the registrar said all efforts to encourage the affected students to either pay their fees or access the Nenford facility had yielded no positive response. Bobola disclosed that the Senate had directed provost, deans, directors, and heads of department to publish the list of all defaulters at 8 a.m. today, Monday morning. According to him, this measure is to enable affected students to confirm their status and make last-minute payment before the examinations commence. He added that an enforcement task force headed by Deputy Vice Chancellor Academic had been set up to monitor and ensure strict compliance with the directive. Similarly, on April 10, 2025, newsmen reported that Rivers State University in Polu, Orowokoru, Port Harcourt, had begun and implemented a no school fees, no exam policy. Vice Chancellor Professor Isaac Zebo Obikwi disclosed this during a pre-fall semester examination roadshow around the main campus in Port Harcourt. The news was sourced from the Punch newspaper. 5,000 Uniben students face exam ban over unpaid fees. Moving to Daily Post newspaper, the Rivers State Police Command has arrested a security guard simply identified as God Day over the alleged abduction and defilement of a 14-year-old girl in the Motakat area of Trans Amadi in Port Harcourt. Newsmen gathered that the suspect was said to have been arrested last Tuesday by officers of the Trans Amadi Police Division in partnership with the security personnel of another bank adjacent to the scene of the crime. Speaking to the newsmen in Port Harcourt on the incident, the mother of the teenage girl, who pleaded anonymity for fear of being stigmatized, narrated what happened. The distraught woman said she suddenly became ill and handed her daughter her automated teller machine card to withdraw some money and gave her transport to aid her movement. He said that, furthermore, she disclosed that when she came back, her clothes were soaked with water and blood, and there were bruises on her face, neck, and leg. Her left jaw was swollen, and her left eye was so weak. He said the victim's mother stated that it was during that process, while she was struggling, that a man held her mouth and started beating her till she passed out. She said further that hours later, the man woke her up and ordered her to pack her things and leave. This news was sourced from the Vanguard newspaper. Guard arrested in Rivers for sexually assaulting minor. In another development, the African Democratic Congress (ADC) has not taken any position on the zoning of the presidential ticket. Its National Publicity Secretary Bolaji Abdullahi said yesterday. He also dismissed the statement by National Coordinator Obedient Movement Dr. Yunusa Tanko on broken promises and untrue. Obedient Movement is a group supporting the presidential ambition of former Anambra State Governor Peter Obi. Abdullahi, who clarified that ADC has not made any promise to any coalition member, said, "You cannot break any promise you have not made." Tanko had in a statement at the weekend criticized the non-committer of the ADC to zoning to the south. Said that we are equally interested in how the party zones its principal offices within the coalition. But Abdullahi, former sports minister, decried the highly divisive and destabilizing remark by Tanko, saying that it is misleading and confusing. This news was sought from the Nation newspaper. No discussion yet on zoning in ADC, says Abdullahi. On to the last news on newspaper review this morning. Stakeholders have lamented after thousands of applicants shortlisted for Nigerian Customs Service recruitment exercise were left stranded today, Monday, as the agency's pretext portal suffered repeated crashes. Newsman reported that the online exercise, which was designed to help candidates familiarize themselves with the system ahead of the actual computer-based test, returned multiple error messages, including 500 internal server error, leaving many unable to log in. The agency had announced that applicants invited for its superintendent cadre recruitment will participate in the pretext exercise today, Monday. at 3 p.m. on the set date for the pretest. However, candidates decried that their ordeal at cyber caves, offices, and homes as overcrowding was in the situation. According to some candidates who spoke to newsmen, they said they waited for several hours, refreshing their browsers, all to no avail. Abdullahi Kabiru, an applicant of Nasarawa state origin, advised Nigerian Customs to conduct the test in batches to reduce pressure on the server. This news was sourced from the Daily Post newspaper. Recruitment: Nigerians not customs service over failed CBT. To bring the newspaper review to a close this morning, here is the recap of headlines. Marketers fear few price hike as Pengasan strike begins. 5,000 independent students face examination ban over unpaid fees. Guard arrested in Rivers for sexually assaulting minor. No discussion yet on zoning in ADC, says Abdullahi. Recruitment: Nigerians no customs service over failed CBT. After that, we've come to the end of newspaper review. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and Apple iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name is Joseph Yokola. Good morning, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.